All right, guys. Yeah, I hope you're warm by the fire. The stars are out tonight. It looks nice, right? This is comfortable.
Yeah. I just ate a roasted marshmallow that was so burnt. It's just the way I like them.
Man, yeah, can't go wrong. I love when they're super charred and they're boiling hot on the inside.
Yeah, me too.
It's like the black skin comes off and it's all gooey inside.
Yeah, so good.
I like it when it hurts. I like a hearty marshmallow.
Yep. But we're out here in the woods of West Virginia. Mountain mamas, they're all over. But we're here for a reason. We're not here to have fun. We're here to learn. And I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
There's so many stars. It's beautiful. Yeah. Look at that. I feel so small.
We might talk a little bit about the stars. Maybe a little bit about the sky.
Now, you mentioned something about mountain mamas.
Yeah.
Where are we going to find some of them?
Oh, well, I got a special mountain mama for you. To kick off episode 1 of Greg's Cryptid Corner. Boys, we're going to talk about the Flatwoods Monster today.
Ooh. The Flatwoods Hold on. Flatwoods Monster.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a real mountain mama.
It's Greg's Cryptid Corner, where mysteries abound. Bigfoot, Mothman, monsters, let's see what we found.
Hey, and welcome to the first episode of Greg's Cryptid Corner. It's just for me, and if you're listening, I really appreciate it. Finally get to talk about the weird stuff that I enjoy, and I'm making my 2 boys listen to it.
You're being serious. This is a podcast we're making for Greg.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I love that. That's true.
So, Dan, why don't you introduce yourself and tell me if you could. So actually, let me kind of introduce the concept here. So we're going to talk about cryptids and like spooky things and weird things. And kind of if you think about what a cryptid is, the definition online that AI Google gave me is a creature whose reported existence is unproven, and it's often mentioned in folklore or other accounts, and is the subject of cryptozoology.
So the ghost that I saw in my closet growing up is technically a cryptid.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
So Dan, tell me about yourself and your belief in cryptids. If you could classify it from 1 to 10, 10 being you fully believe that Bigfoot is my dad, and 1, you don't believe in any of this.
Well, how to put a number on? God, you didn't tell me this is going to get philosophical.
Well, listen, this
what am I walking
important.
into? All right, hold on. I'm going to answer this as best as I can. All right, I think I'm going to, what is belief? So I'm going to say I don't believe in cryptids. I don't think cryptids are real.
So you're like a 1.
I do believe that people see things and tell each other stories, and that hidden in stories, like I think stories do work for people, and like telling a story does work for the storyteller, and registering a story as being important does work for the listener. And on that level, I think that while I don't think cryptids are literally real, on like a psychic emotional level, I think cryptids are like an interesting window into the kinds of relief and tension that people have like in their heads at any given point. So if you're gonna ask me to put a number on it, I'm gonna say 2.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say 0. I'm gonna say that they are real in that I think that they vent something. They inform action and whatever. But I'm not much of a believer in cryptids.
Okay.
But I am amused by them. I love the stories.
All right, that's good enough. Eric, how about you? 1 to 10 cryptid belief.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm 100% down with cryptids. I think they're cool as shit. I can say I think I've told the story before. The Jersey Devil in particular, when we would drive through the Pine Barrens to go on our short trips, and my dad would tell stories about the Jersey Devil when I was a child, and I was captivated, dude. And I was like, this is amazing. Footprints on the roof that would disappear and all kinds of cool shit. So I have a Jersey Devil shirt that I wear all the time. And that's just one out of the many that I'm very fond of. So I dig cryptids Do I think they're real? No. Just because I don't think a lot of things are real. Like, I don't, pretty much atheist in general belief. So that would follow along most likely. Do I want them to be real? Yes, of course.
Nice.
I saw Sasquatch Summer, and I would love Bigfoots to be real. It was amazing. Check that movie out. But yeah, I'm probably with Dan. Like, I don't want to say 0 because I want to believe in a little bit of magic. So I'd say I'll say a 3. So 3.
All right,
Yeah.
2 and
What
3.
about you, Greg?
All right.
What are you?
Yeah,
What are you?
I'm like a 9.5.
Oh,
I believe everything is real. Santa Claus is real. Bigfoot's real. Yeah,
Ghosts are real.
I love it. You got to keep some magic and mystery and fun in life, and otherwise, just put me in the dirt if Bigfoot's not real. Like,
Right on.
I need something. But yeah, so my goal is to increase. My goal with this show in general is to increase your numbers from 2 and 3. Maybe up to like a 4 or 5. Maybe just make you try to convince you that things could maybe possibly be a little bit more real than you
That's not what I
think it
thought.
is.
I thought we were going to 8 or 9, but
No.
All right.
I don't
I'm on
think
board. I'm on board for
Yeah.
a 1-point jump. Let's go. I'm ready.
Same. Yeah.
So this one I'm introducing today because now, are you guys familiar with the Flatwoods Monster?
Nope.
Nope.
Never
Wow,
heard of
okay.
it.
So
Wait, hold on. Can I guess? A Flatwoods Monster. It's going to be a bipedal fuzzy boy. And he's going to be in a section of the woods that used to be mined. Are mines involved?
We'll see. I don't want to spoil it
okay.
yet.
West
Okay.
Virginia gets a little cold, doesn't it, in the winter? Got to be a little furry, right?
Yeah, it has to be furry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Okay.
No titties. This is a Flatwoods Monster. If it was like a, yeah,
But like an
Yeah.
amazing
like a
ass, though.
thick woods. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my guess. A flat-chested monster boy.
Yeah, you're going with some type of flat-chested Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Type of, okay.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, I picked this one.
Bigfoot does have titties, right? Like canonically?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're mammal. Like Bigfoot would probably be a mammal, so they would lactate.
Oh, Bigfoot's nurse. Okay.
Oh my!
I didn't
God.
know that.
I need
yeah.
to see that movie.
the Bigfoot's nurse.
Yeah, Bigfoot's wet nurse. the Bigfoot wet nurse.
No, it would just be like a kinky 70s movie. Yeah.
Ooh.
Where like a hot French maid discovers a baby Bigfoot, and so she nurses it because, she just has to keep it alive. And that's just her impulse. It's like, I'm just going to nurse it. But then she forms an erotic Oedipal bond with this little baby Bigfoot.
This is
So
amazing.
it's like kind of incest and it's kind of bestiality.
Yeah.
I'd watch
Like
that
it-
movie.
it
I would watch
continue-
that.
Like he continues to nurse through adulthood.
Yeah.
And,
And
bites
eventually,
her
like,
boobs off.
the end of the movie is the Bigfoot is like, it's putting like a, what are those hats called? Fedora on, and is carrying a briefcase, is like at the train station and looks back, and the nurse is just waving because the Bigfoot has to grow up. And then begrudgingly gets on the plane or on the train as the credits roll. I don't know. It would be like touching.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it.
So
Yeah.
anyway, the flat-chested woods, what was it
Yeah.
called?
The Flatwoods Monster. Yeah.
Thank you.
Greg, you alluded to the stars, though. So are we in alien?
Maybe I did. Maybe I did.
Territory? Okay.
You know what? Let's see. All right. So let me tell you the story of the Flatwoods Monster. So on the evening of September 12th, 1952, you know the 50s, they love their flying saucers. They love their rubber alien men. But it's around 7:15 p.m. and 3 young boys, Ed and Fred May, and their friend Tommy Heyer, were outside playing in a field when they saw a bright red object streak across the sky and crash into a hillside on a local farm. Now, these boys just watched something awesome fall from the sky. Now, they said it slowed down. It kind of like hovered for a while and then slowly came down. So some of the kids were like, I think this is an alien. I think it's a UFO. Smart boys. Yeah. So they ran back to home to tell their mom, Kathleen. They all decided to go investigate what this thing was. Now, Kathleen's not dumb, so she ended up calling one of their family friends, Eugene Lemon, because he was in the National Guard, but he's also 17 years old. not a great one to go along with. And
Hey, I need the military. Can you send your best? Hey, yeah, it's me. I'm 17.
yeah.
I can't make a squeaky 17-year-old voice. I can't do it anymore.
We're old
I'm
now.
too old for that shit.
Yeah. And then it's like their friends Neil Nunley and Ronnie Shaver, they came along too. It's just a local kid party going to check out a UFO.
I'm just picturing like Leave It to Beaver cast with these.
Yeah,
these
basically,
names.
yeah. So as the group climbed the hill towards like where they thought the UFO crashed, and they got closer, they saw what looked like an egg-shaped object, and it was pulsing red, and it had a green vapor surrounding it.
Ooh, a red egg.
Now they had a dog with.
Eric sounds hungry.
It's like a green egg, but
Yeah, red eggs and ham. Yeah. Now they had a dog with them as well, and the dog ran ahead first. And as it got near the ship, it just started like whimpering and running backwards, and just got the hell out of it. The dog knows what's up.
oh yeah, can sense it.
So they have flashlights. They're looking around, and one of the flashlights kind of goes up towards the trees. And as it hit a certain area, they saw something terrifying floating above the ground. It was a towering figure. They estimated it to be between 7 and 10 feet tall, and it had a like ace of spades shaped like head.
The
And
Ace
two-
of Spades.
Yeah, I just heard that song in my head too. It had a little boombox on its shoulder. It was
Yeah.
playing Ace of Spades.
Yeah,
It had
he's pretty
It had
rad.
a Lemmy mole on its face.
Yep. Yeah.
A cut up jean jacket with patches.
Yeah, it had a lemmy mole and 2 glowing red eyes. They described the creature's body as if it appeared metallic, and it was wearing like a green like skirt kind of thing.
Damn.
Again,
damn.
metal, but it also had long claw-like hands. But some say it didn't have arms at all. So
Whoa.
tough to
Interesting.
see. Yeah.
Huh.
I like the idea of an armless crypt, like just a walking noodle.
Oh,
That's
we can
kinda
talk,
cool.
we can bring up an armless cryptid in another episode. I got one for you. Do you like
all
do
right.
you like all legs? Do you like haunted pants? I got one.
I
Oh,
do.
that sounds great.
Yeah, maybe one day. And
The fatter I get, the more haunted all my pants are.
I've never heard of a skirt wearing cryptid either. That's like that sounds good. Like it's Scottish or something.
Where did you get this from? What is this story from?
This is a historical story. This was in the
Honestly.
news. This was in the newspapers and everything.
Is this a dude you talked to at the gas station?
Yes.
You don't want to keep going down that road. Legend has it some folks saw a skirted cryptid.
All right.
At least in West Virginia.
I texted
Flatwoods.
I texted you guys a picture so you
Oh,
can kind of
great.
get an idea of what it looks like.
Oh,
Hovering off the
let's
ground,
see.
egg ship, no arms, 0 tits.
1 out of 10 stabs. No, thank you. So
Where am I
they-
looking for this?
Yeah, wait. I got it.
I
I got it.
texted it. Yeah.
Dude, I'm down.
Yeah, he's rad.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I was thinking like a little cheerleader, like short skirt,
no, it's yeah.
like a sexy skirt. This is like
Yeah.
a draped, like
Yeah.
to the floor, like a
Some
gown.
would classify that as sexy. I don't know
Well, yeah.
that I
mean,
agree that it's not sexy.
It kind of has the silhouette of like a orchid. It kind of like looks like an orchid to me.
And it's
Yeah.
got like the hunched over body and the claws of Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, I kind of like how its head is all eyes. There's no mouth, no nose,
Yeah, it's pretty
and
cool.
it's almost like see through.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
All right.
a couple other things
Nice.
I want to mention about like the area. So the
Okay.
air was filled with like a sulfuric smell, so like rotten eggs. We
Farts.
all love rotten eggs.
Alien farts.
So as they're watching it, its eyes started like fixing on them, and it slowly started floating down towards them, which caused them all to just fuck off and run away.
Yeah, same. I would do that
Yeah.
too.
I'm
Obviously.
imagining it just farting. Like each time it floated, like a little further, it was like
Yeah, that's how it. Yeah.
like the whole
I
way.
didn't, way to spoil it. I didn't want to ruin that. The the way that the Flatwoods Monster traverses areas is by farting, little by little.
makes
It bumps
sense.
them up. Yeah,
Okay.
A little fartocraft.
yeah. Yeah. So after reaching safety, the witnesses there called the cops. Now, sheriff and deputy went out and visited the site later that night, but they found no sign of the creature. But they did still smell that stink in the air.
Well, no ship, no egg, no impact,
No ship.
crater.
No. Yep. Yep, everything's gone. So in the following days, some of the witnesses became sick. They started suffering from throat irritation. My guess was because they fucking screamed when they saw this monster, as well as nausea and vomiting.
Could be radiation from the ship. You know?
Yeah. So, well, it's speculated that they were exposed to some toxic substance, the stink around the area, like the green mist and stuff. Could be radiation, though. And I have another theory on why they got sick as well. We'll get to my theories later.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right. Yeah,
Are these homegrown theories? Because I'm on board.
These are research theories. So these aren't mine. I'll tell you where they're from and everything, so you can research it yourself if you would like. If you want to do your own research, Dan.
Is that research?
RFK Jr. style. Yeah. Do your own research.
Research in quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so you might be thinking, oh, Flatwoods Monster, thank God he's gone. Well, little did they know, the very next night, September 13th, about 20 miles
That's 2 days
away
after
from,
9/11, guys.
Yeah, but in 1953,
Still, they knew.
they did know. Flatwoods Monster knew that it was that if the Flatwoods Monster knew that jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Yeah, he was like, don't go to work in 49 years.
Yeah. 20 miles away from Flatwoods, in a rural area near Strange Creek, West Virginia. Love the names of these
Strange
towns.
Creek. Is it going to be a baby version?
No, it should be that.
Damn it.
But
And they go to college. There's like a bunch of them. Sorry.
Just farting around, stinking up their classes.
Yeah.
Floating with their skirts. Sorry.
An angry dean with a clothespin on his nose screaming, "You'll never make anything out of your lives."
Get back in your red eggs and get out of here.
Take your red eggs back to Mars. No, thank you.
They're parked in the handicap spot, all rude.
It's a no egg parking zone, sir. Yeah. So the next night, 20 miles away, we're hanging out with a guy named George Schnitkowski with his wife and their infant child in their car when it suddenly stalls while driving without warning. Just died.
Ooh.
So George got out. He checked under the hood. He's trying to figure out. He probably did what I do when my car breaks down. You lift up the hood and you look at it and go, the engine's here.
Yeah, that's
Not
the
really sure
car.
what the problem is.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I don't know how this works.
Yep. There's gas in it and the engine's here. All tires
I usually,
should be working fine.
I find a stick by the road and I just poke it.
Yeah.
Will this
Work.
help?
The only
this
thing
work?
I know how to do is check the dipstick, and I'm just like, yep, still got oil. That's like literally the only.
So he's under the hood. He's checking what's going on. When all of a sudden, that horrible stink starts rolling.
The farts are getting closer.
Yeah.
Does he hear a rumble?
No, he doesn't, but he describes the stink as sulfurous and metallic. And it starts burning his throat and his eyes. So, like, it's a stink. It's like a vapor or mist or whatever.
Stunk.
And then, without warning, a glowing figure emerged from the woods near the road. Now, Snikowski, he would later describe the being as a tall, mechanical-looking being with a spade-shaped head. Now, obviously, very similar, if not exactly like the Flatwoods Monster the previous night. It started moving towards the...
But new element, the mechanical part you didn't mention. Like, I was thinking organic the first time.
Well,
Now
yeah,
I'm thinking like maybe it's like robotic.
Yeah,
Yes.
are cryptids robots?
Well, so some of the kids described the... I think I mentioned it. They said the body appeared metallic and skirt-like.
Oh, you did. You did say metallic.
So
Metallic,
it's not a consensus that this was like metallic or a robot, but there are possibilities.
Well, how do we know this wasn't just like a gas leak and they're all like hallucinating because they're inhaling like massive amounts of like carbon monoxide or something?
There was no reports of any of that.
Maybe one of the.
I mean, this kind of sounds like a report to me.
Yeah, maybe one of the mines leaked some gas.
Yeah.
Maybe,
All right.
yeah.
Well, carry on.
Yeah, we don't want
let's
to
see where this is going.
Yeah.
So the monster comes out, starts walking toward the car. Well, actually, he's not walking; he's gliding. This boy doesn't.
Creepy.
He don't go foot to floor. He floats.
God damn. If people always ask that question, like, would you rather be invisible or fly? And sometimes they'll put a twist on it. They'll be like, well, you can be invisible for 10 seconds or you could fly, but no more than 3 feet off the ground or something like that. I would love to be able to just fly 6 inches off the ground. I want to be one of those gliding motherfuckers.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It's always so sinister and cool. It's badass.
creepy too. You just feel creepy.
Yeah. Or I'd be like, oh, I need to go, like, watching a movie, and like I want to go to the kitchen and get a snack, but I don't want to like wake my sleeping wife up. I can't talk, but I don't want to wake my
sweepy wife.
I don't want to wake my sleeping wife up, so I'll just like glide from the couch to the fridge, get a beer, get a cheese stick.
Glide all over the place.
Yeah, that'd be fun. All right, anyway, glide like a cryptid.
Also,
a new hit single.
Also farting the whole time.
Well, I mean, yeah. You don't even have to say that part. It's just assumed.
It's given now. Yeah.
He's going to get a late night beer and a cheese stick. He's farting. So the Flatwoods Monster, he's gliding over to the car. Panicked, George Snitkowski scrambles back into the car and locks all the doors. Now, for several minutes, the creature just kind of circles the car and just stares into it until it just kind of like backs off and disappears.
Wow.
How do we know this isn't like a West Virginia backwoods 50s guy like meeting like a minority for the first time?
I guess I can't say that. Yeah, that didn't happen. It's quite possible, I guess. Anything could happen. So maybe that's your theory on this. But so after the monster disappears, the weirdest part about it, the moment it's gone, boom, the car starts back up again without George even turning the key.
That's some
cool.
That's some UFO shit right there.
Yep.
That's pretty common. Yeah.
So afterwards, it was reported that some strange like door-to-door salesmen came around town, and they were very much focused on going to the homes of the witnesses.
Ooh,
now they weren't
Men in Black.
Yeah, they weren't trying to sell anything, but they asked a lot of questions about what they saw. So that's a little weird.
That's cool. I like that.
Now, let's get into kind of some of the theories on what this could be. Dan thinks it could be a Native American man walking down the street.
but I don't know. I think it's a gas leak. I think they had a gas leak, and they were all huffing fumes and hallucinating, and they had like group hallucinations. That's my theory.
Okay, group hallucinations.
I do like. I don't know. I don't think I have an answer, but I do like that the egg-shaped spaceship is pretty consistent in like UFO lore, even nowadays. Like they just had that leaked video, and they're like, "Look, it's an egg shape." So I like that this was what from the 50s, and it's still like consistent. Yeah. So I don't know. I just like that element. And are aliens cryptids? Or did you we already have this conversation before?
Greg and I have.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess it doesn't really matter. But,
I think anything. So I think cryptid is a very broad term nowadays.
Yeah.
So to me, it's kind of moved past just like the Bigfoot type of like potentially animal. So in the cryptid, or at least in the cryptid community that I follow, like Flatwoods Monster is weird enough to be considered a cryptid.
Right on.
So
yeah,
is Freddy Krueger a cryptid?
Freddy Krueger is a dream demon.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
And also, he's real. We know he's real.
Yeah, he's definitely real.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
I don't have a theory outside of that. I think the egg ship is cool. So
yeah. I agree. And I picked this one because I think, or at least I know me and you, Eric, big wanters of aliens to be real.
Well, you can count me in that.
Okay,
I want
I'm
aliens
just
to be
making
real.
sure. I don't want to speak for you.
Yeah, we all like aliens. Oh, I just thought of Mork from Ork comes in an egg too. So,
it's eggs all day with aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah, the xenomorphs hatch from eggs.
Yeah.
They don't fly at eggs, but it is what it is. Aliens. We're talking aliens. Obviously.
Aliens.
Let's hear your
So this is an alien. You're saying it's an alien.
Well, we'll see. Hold on. Mine goes further than that. So the
interdimensional creature.
The theories on shut up. The theories on what they actually saw. Now, some people said, look, you were scared. You saw an owl out in the woods.
Oh, I thought that too, with the big eyes, and the shape of the head kind of does vibe like when an owl is like perked up. Yeah. It's got like a little upside down heart kind of vibe going to it sometimes.
Yeah. So they said it's an owl. You're heightened from your fear. They didn't say why there was a big glowing egg, but
that's a big ass owl.
That's a big owl. Yeah. And plus somebody else saw it the next day. I don't think it's an owl. Now they also, the military, I believe, told the mom that like, you didn't see a UFO in the sky. Like there wasn't a UFO. It was a top secret missile test, but just like don't tell anybody that. So
they were testing
the military wouldn't tell. a random civilian. It was just like a don't tell. Listen, keep it a secret. Keep it on the DL. It was a missile, test missile.
No, they wouldn't tell them that.
No, they wouldn't.
But
So
they
that's
would
not
go
it.
to their house and be like, "Did you see a spacecraft? Oh, yeah. Don't tell anybody about the spacecraft."
Yeah,
they would do like a little switcheroo like that.
Yeah. Don't. It was a space shuttle. But if you tell anyone, we're going to disappear you.
Yeah, but really, it was just a missile, and they're just starting a UFO story to cover for some experiment.
Yeah. But I don't think it's an owl. I don't think it's a missile. If you guys here, I made these for you. They're 2 tinfoil hats. If you just want to pop them on for this segment.
Oh, I like this. It's tinfoil hat time.
Yeah. So
It's tinfoil hat time. All right, here we go.
My theory. I've been reading a book. It's John Keel. He wrote the Mothman Prophecies, but he has a book called The Eighth Tower, and it's about ultraterrestrials in the Superspectrum. So my theory now is that the Flatwoods Monster is a higher level being that crossed into our plane of reality, and I will give you evidence on why this works. So, based on, what I'm going to tell you is based on John Keel's theory. So, his theory basically says what we call UFOs, aliens, cryptids, ghosts, all the fun stuff in the world. They're all manifestations of the same underlying phenomenon, which he calls the superspectrum. Now, he proposed that reality is composed of frequencies that are beyond our normal perception, like a vast electromagnetic spectrum. So we live in the visible light spectrum, obviously, Roy G. Biv, right? And that'll come into play. But occasionally we intersect with beings and forces from like the adjacent bands, he describes it, of the reality. So like they're on upper levels.
Study every event that happened, whether it was related to these things or not. Call them UFOs, but that's really not a good name for them. They were like living lights. These lights had an intelligence of their own.
How does that happen?
Frequency manipulation.
So it's intentional?
Yes. And also sometimes accidental.
So you're flying around in your red egg, having a good time. You're in like you're drag racing.
Yeah.
For a couple of beers.
Yeah, you had a couple beers. You're like, I'm going to get this guy's pink slip and get 2 red eggs. And then all of a sudden you turn, make like a left-hand turn, like just a little slightly out of focus, and you're like, whoop, and you go into a different reality.
Yeah.
A different band of reality. And then you crash into a tree in the woods in fucking West Virginia. You get out of your egg. You're like, what happened? You start farting all over the place because you're nervous. And then
somebody shouts out, "That guy's got no titties," and you get real insecure.
And then you just
you're body conscious for the first time.
You hop back in your egg. You fly 20 miles south, and then you just find somebody else that's scared of you telling you got no titties. It's weird. Get out of West Virginia.
Yeah, you circle his car, being like, "Will you look at my titties?" But he can't hear you. He's just terrified.
Man. I feel bad for the cryptid now.
Yeah. Poor Flatwoods Monster. So he's also referred to as Braxy because Flatwoods is in Braxton County, West Virginia. So Braxy.
Braxy.
Fits easier to say. So if we think about kind of the framework of Keel's superspectrum theory, the Flatwoods Monster, aka Braxy, wasn't an alien from another planet, but another layer of reality that had phased into our world briefly and then phased out again. Now, some of the things that happened kind of speak to what occurred during the instances of the monster being around. So we got this strange light in the sky. It was described as red, which would be kind of the far left side of the visible spectrum. So if somebody was like if the reality that they live in is like, we'll say infrared, as soon as its frequency hits the red of the light spectrum, we would see it. So a lot of times UFOs are described as going through like they're changing colors and then they disappear. So when they're the colors that we can see it. And then when they're not, they're gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's plausible, but I'm saying like that, hearing you explain it, I'm like, yeah, okay, I can follow the logic.
Yeah.
So are they, I might be being too literal, but are they living on Earth with us? Or like a different Earth?
I would say
or
it's a different Earth.
Like, do they have mass?
Right. That's where, because once they come into our spectrum, they do all of a sudden.
Yes, they have mass when they are tangible to us. Now he goes into a lot of more, like his theory goes further than even I want to go. Like I would go with it. That he kind of says like it's the person perceiving it that kind of dictates what the entity is. So these kids were like, "Oh, it's a UFO we saw crashing. Let's go check it out." So of course it was an alien, but it
had like metallic features. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So he also goes into like, so the smell of it is part of it as well. You got that sulfur smell, which speaks to when fear of demons and things, brimstone and like fire and brimstone, right? Sulfur, rotten smell was associated with demons. But if you're afraid of demons and an entity crosses over, it could take, based on your thought pattern, a form of a demon because that's what you would think it was. You know what I mean?
I would just conjure like a hot Playboy model that smelled like lavender.
Yeah. It's not a big boobed goth chick.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm most scared of. Yeah.
I'd be like, this being that came out of the egg, if I'm going to manifest something, I'm going to make it count. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I went on a hike in the woods late at night and I ran into a dummy mommy. Yeah,
it was rough.
Right. Like if we're doing like Carlos Castaneda, like just dream up whatever you want, then why not make it, fit your fantasy?
I get it.
Yeah,
it's
when I
say
like
you're,
nude
it's
nun
not that
with
you're
big guns.
intentionally turning it into an alien or a demon or
your subconscious is conjuring it. Yeah,
yeah, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, because when you're talking about like light shifts and stuff, and I'm saying like, smells, that doesn't matter. Like your nose tastes particles in the air, so light wouldn't impact that, except for like at the quantum level, like bounce it around. But I don't know what I'm talking about with quantum shit.
Yeah, no one does.
But this, yeah. It also sounds very Lovecraftian with like monster-y things entering our world from other dimensions.
Yeah. That's Lovecraft stole it from
Stranger Things.
The reality. But yeah, so we had the light, we had the smell, and we have like the physical sickness, like the people got sick. Now, that's also another effect of transdimensional like intrusion, he calls it. So there has been study of microwaves.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have a microwave now. But so microwaves, if they're at the right frequency, can disable electronics. It can disable car engines. This happened in Italy during like Mussolini's reign. He had a scientist working on basically trying to create a death ray. What else was there? One interesting thing about alien. Now, they didn't test it here, and I think if they did, they would have found this. But when a craft lands, it doesn't always, if it doesn't have like thrusters that would burn the grass it lands on or the ground it lands on, you'll find that the soil underneath, like the roots of the grass, are burned due to like the microwave energy of the interdimensional beings crossing over.
Well, that's also like I don't know about interdimensional, but it's also like a big UFO thing. Is like UFO sites are basically radiated and everything dies within that radius where the craft was. Yeah. And it's pretty consistent in, in those stories anyway.
Essentially, Keel's theory, which I'm subscribed to in this instance, suggests that the entities or demons or aliens or illusions, they're constructed from our own fears or expectations, which could be manipulated by a sentient intelligence in the Superspectrum. So
I like that you couldn't even complete it. Seriously. It's like that box in Harry Potter that you look at the box and then your fear, it's like a giant spider with skates on, roller skates on.
So
it's like there is a concept in like psychoanalysis where like when you meet a person, you know nothing about them. All you have to go on is vibes. Like you look at the way they're dressed and how they smell and the way they talk and the way they hold themselves and all this stuff, and your brain kind of like backfills. There's all these gaps in your knowledge of this stranger, and your brain just like fills in all the gaps, and it's just like ba da 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 da. I bet they're like this
in like 2 seconds.
Immediately. Yeah. And it backfills it with stuff that you've experienced already. So it's mostly backfilled with you.
It's mostly you.
Yeah, it's mostly you. You backfill shit. So you're saying that the crazy frequencies science shit happens and planes shift and bump into each other, and then this what in reality it would be just a spear of energy is there. But our sense receptors interact with that spear, and we don't know what the fuck to do with this glowing rod of what the fuck.
Yeah.
So our brains are just that's Jesus.
Make it something. Yeah.
Yeah. Or that's an owl-headed, red-eyed, dress-wearing metal man.
Yeah.
But I do find it interesting that there was a group of people that had the same experience. So, did you have to live in Brisbane, West Virginia in 1950s to have the same vision? You know what I mean? Because I would think it would be almost centered to the individual. Their experience.
I think if it's some sort of super spectrum entity, it could only probably take one form in front of a group of people. It's not
what if the group of people went to a community dance at the town hall a week earlier, and somebody had a foil gown on, and it was look at this shiny dress or sequins or something like that, and it was the talk of the town that this person had it was a wild, we've never seen anything like that before, and then a week later they're all huffing carbon monoxide, and they all think they see essentially what's described as a metal gown. You know what I mean?
Well, you talk about the metal man of Alabama.
I don't know. Am I? I don't know. Maybe.
Is that another cryptid?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah. The metal man of Alabama. Or the Falkville metal man. Whatever you want to know him as. Yeah, that's so
I'm just
funny.
spitballing.
Yeah, so that theory that I gave about the superspectrum and the dimensional, that's just what I enjoy. That was not a theory proposed by basically anyone else besides John Keel, but I really like it. I've kind of been leaning into the dimensional aspect of the universe because I find it more interesting and more fun. So let's backtrack and just say he's an alien. Came in a big red
alien,
egg.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. He came from space.
Yeah.
So this is sort of unrelated, but we all had a buddy that we used to work with, Jason. You remember him?
Oh, yeah.
And he was into all kinds of cool shit. And the one day this was when drones were fairly new, at least the ones you could buy yourselves, at the store that were commercially available. And he was like, what I want to do is I want to set up a grid of drones that are solar powered and in the woods. And they fly at different times of the day, and they take video of the woods, just heat signatures, and try and locate Bigfoot with this fleet of drones.
It's a good idea.
Just survey the woods and then feed all the data back to his computer. And I was like, that's kind of brilliant, man.
For back in the day. Yeah.
And you'd have to differentiate between deer and other animals. But I guess if the computer would get to learn the animal signatures, and if there was an anomaly, you would start to pinpoint where these cryptids might live. Anyway, I thought that was cool. Sorry. It just came to my mind. He was a cool dude. He was a good guy.
Jason was awesome.
I thought that was kind of a cool concept.
Yeah. So, I guess if we kind of just go back, think of it as an alien and what happened in the story, and the Men in Black were involved. How do you feel about the Flatwoods Monster? Do you think it's a cool one? Do you believe in it a little bit more than maybe your base level belief, Eric?
Let's see. I think it's cool.
A red egg.
I love the red egg. I love the farting. I love anything with farts and eggs. I think something happened. Something happened to these 9 people. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a natural phenomenon, if they were huffing mine gas, if there was a weirdly strange giant owl that had rabies, if the government was testing something that got out and it shouldn't have. but all those things are really freaking cool and interesting to me. So that's why I dig cryptids. So I'm excited just by the story alone. Do I actually believe that it was an alien with a dress on that didn't have any boobs that farted? That I'm going to say probably not. I don't think so. But
you're adding things to the story.
But did something like interesting and super cool happen to these 9 people? Yeah, probably. Or else we wouldn't be talking about it, this far down the road. So I think it solidified my beliefs that there's cool shit that happens in this world that we can't explain.
Nice,
but I'm sticking to my 3, but I am sticking to that I love fucking cryptids because they're cool as shit. So yeah, I don't know if that answers your question. But
no,
can I just copy paste Eric's answer? I agree. Cryptids are cool as shit. I like the story. I think it's a cool ass story. It's a cool ass story, and it's a cool ass creature. That's something I always grew up with the Jersey Devil stories. I always grew up with Bigfoot and stuff. I honestly, this is the first cryptid I've ever heard of that had a metal dress on. I like that shit. That's cool. That's novel. I never heard of that. Or an egg ship. I didn't know cryptids had ships. That's dope. That's lit. Like, do I think it's like real? No. I think like a group of people tripped on like mind gas. And I would also wager that like the next day, like because there's like a spatial difference or whatever, like how far apart was this car encounter?
It was, let me tell you, 20 miles
within
away.
A few miles?
20 miles.
20 miles. Okay. Well, okay. That's pretty far away. That's pretty far for gas to travel.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, but
did they all eat at the same restaurant? Did they get did they get dosed?
Yeah, they all ate at the Flatwoods Poison Pancake Bistro.
Yeah, I don't know.
This was when LSD was just being introduced. Maybe they got dosed with something, or that was the 50s, I guess, late 50s.
I think like I think I'm an anxious guy, and I love stories that let me believe that monsters are real. And if I'm gonna want to believe that monsters are real, then I want the monster to at least be like cool. Like I want to die to a cool monster. So would I want to? Maybe this is the question that I'm going to answer. Would I want to die to this monster? Fuck yeah, this monster sounds dope. Yeah, tear me up, flat-chested daddy. I'm ready to go.
Oh, bring that metal skirt over here and your stank ass and claw me up with your claw hands.
Fart in my face until I can't see anymore. Take me into your what your color dimension. I'm done. Put me in your egg.
I wonder if they're even evil though. Like everyone's assuming they are. Like they might get close to you and be like, "Hey, what's going on, man? I'm lost. Like my ship crashed. Like I need some help."
Or he could have been like when you go into like if you're going on a hike or whatever, and there's like a little chipmunk, right? And you kind of walk over. You try to like walk over like quietly and gently to get closer to it. That's what he could have been doing to humans. Like I've never seen a human before. This is weird. Right. I don't know that they're the alpha predator of the planet.
True.
Yeah, it's a 17-year-old reserve kid.
Yeah,
with braces. No, never mind. It's West Virginia. That kid didn't have braces.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. 20 miles away is where the only dentist was. Yeah, I'm sorry, West Virginia listeners. Oh, never mind. Nobody's listening to this except for Greg.
That's true. Yeah, this is just for me.
Yeah, it's just Greg's.
Yeah, so I think I might have ruined your opinion with my theory on what it was because it's very convoluted and very hard to understand. And
I liked it though. I like hearing your theory. That was fun.
Yeah, no, I think it I hadn't heard that before, so I think it's cool.
Me neither.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Flatwoods Monster, I think this is it's up there with like not like Bigfoot's too well known, but like maybe up there with its neighbor, honestly, here in West Virginia, the Mothman. You know, like Chupacabra, like it's kind of got that fame, and it's like famous enough that people know it, but not famous enough that everyone knows the story. So this was the story of the beautiful flat-chested, metallic skirt, claw hand, spade head, Flatwood Monster.
Yeah,
we love you.
Oh, we love you.
I missed, flatulent.
We love you, Flatwoods Monster. Come visit us. When I lose a tooth, leave a little quarter under my pillow.
Yeah, fart in my face while I sleep.
I want to go on like a piggyback ride. I want it to take me on a piggyback ride around the woods.
Yeah, tuck me in your egg to sleep.
Yeah.
Is it a piggyback ride when it doesn't walk? It just floats.
Well,
Just riding it.
or it just cradles you like a baby.